It's something about a man that just got his own. You got your own place. You got your own bed. Let me come get in your bed. I just want to get away. Let me come cook dinner for you. Or you cook dinner for me. Let me sit on your couch. You need me to come wash clothes? You need me to come wash dishes? I love me a man that just got his own. You out here grinding, trying to make a way. You not looking for handouts. You not hating on the next. You dedicated. You focused. You grinding. You on a mission. You trying to get somewhere in life. You not hating on the next man. You out here getting to the bag and making a name for yourself. It's just something about a man that just got his own. That man take care of himself. That man is a provider, a protector. That man gonna make sure he's straight because he don't got nobody else that he can fall on.
The problem with online dating is that it teaches us that the main problem with love is finding the right person. And of course, it's one of the issues that we need to locate a candidate who broadly fits certain criteria. But that's probably a lot easier than we tend to think. The real challenge is, how do you get on with another human being? And that's not spoken of within dating culture. What dating culture tells us is if there's a conflict or a problem, it's that you're not with the so-called right person. Rather than accepting everybody you're likely to find is really problematic. So as soon as you've found a more or less okay candidate, do the real work. Which is learning how to live with them. But the emphasis is constantly thrown on that other thing, which is just finding the next shiny object. It's a massive distractor of effort. It teaches us to place the effort in the wrong place.
You know, a lot of times these men, my God, they have to audition for no reason. Not doing it. Why do I have to audition for you? Why do I have to prove myself to you? But you never have to prove yourself to me. I mean, God dog, y'all want men to be leaders, but then you let them get all the way down the street and you never even give him any support. What CEO, what boss in what company is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to carry this entire company on my back the entire way, and say, you know what, I don't need no help. I don't want no support. Which one? Nobody. Give that man some help.
A certain man gonna make that masculine go away. It's natural.
Okay.
As women, we get around a man that's real masculine. You can't help but just listen.
Yeah.
All right, tell me what to do. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
But you get a man that's playing and like he acting like the princess too. If you dealing with another princess, you gotta out princess him.
Yeah.
Now I gotta show you who the real princess.
Right.
But you gotta get a little with it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
So, I mean, it just depends on what type of man you dealing with. That's why I said for me to sit down, it gotta be the right type of man. He gotta sit me down, and I gotta be happy here. I want to be happy sitting down.
Most men don't lose women because they're bad men. They lose them because the moment uncertainty shows up, they start negotiating self-respect. A shift in tone, a little distance, silence that lasts longer than expected, and suddenly he's explaining, chasing clarity, trying to fix the emotional temperature. Not because he's weak, but because he was taught that effort earns respect. And it doesn't. Women don't respond to intention. They respond to what your behavior says about your self-worth. So when your emotional stability depends on her mood, you've already handed away the leverage. Attraction doesn't grow from reassurance. It grows from steadiness. From a man who doesn't panic when the energy shifts, who doesn't overinvest to secure approval, who doesn't stay where respect is fading. This isn't dominance, it's not manipulation, it's self-respect in motion. And here's the part that most men miss. You can't negotiate respect once it's gone. You either embody it or you exit calmly. And when a man stops betraying himself to keep access, games stop working, emotional pressure loses its effect. What remains is either mutual respect or nothing at all. And nothing is better than being controlled. Comment the word respect down below and I'll send you my free training video on this. I appreciate all the support and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
You know, modern women, a lot of them thrive on what's out there. I'm doing it for the plot. What's next? But you know, unless there's a little bit more uncertainty, especially in dating, men don't really thrive off of that same thing. And so, you know, when you run into the same thing over and over again and it gets expensive, then for a lot of men, that curiosity stops. I'm not really curious anymore about it because I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. So I'm not really curious anymore. I'm more so tired I'm more so frustrated. I'm more so upset. I'm no longer excited at the potential to meet somebody because for, going out with these modern women, it ends poorly. So I'm at that point in time, a lot of men just check out. They just go their separate ways. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing. Don't worry about me.
I just got home from a date. We were going to an event and dinner. We did not make it to dinner. He just dropped me off at home. I'm back home. I've been gone for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm back home. And I have a friend coming to pick me up right now. I just asked him to take me home. You know the amount of times I have wanted to do that while on a date and I didn't, and I just sat there and grinned and bared it. A guy does something or says something or is something that I just don't jive with, and I stick around because it's the polite thing to do. No more of that, girls.
Why is this a video? You're 39 years old, honey. 39 years old. You're making a video about this. You're not some 23-year-old dim-witted TikToker. At least we hope not, right? That you're not in that mindset. 39 years old. And you know what? If you looked back in time and you went back, say, I don't know, 30 years. At 39, a woman would have, be married, have a couple of kids and a dog. Would be an adult.
You check all the boxes. I'm just not looking for anything serious right now.
If we start dating, I'm gonna break up with you and I don't wanna hurt you like that. You deserve to be with someone that wants you as bad as you want them. And I don't want you. Why we gotta put a label on it? We cool? I've just been hurt before and I'm scared to open up again. Man, I just got work and shit.
It's classic right person, wrong time.
I'm a Sagittarius. We have trouble committing.
You're dead ass my wife, I know it.
We're Sagittariuses. Of course we can't commit.
I just can't be with you right now.
I'm in my villain era. It's playoffs in my men's league and I'm trying to lock in.
Nah, because I just seen what happened to Huda and Chris, and I can't let that happen to us.
Thing is, I know you're the one. My ex just texted me and I gotta see that through.
There's just so many fine bitches in LA.
I could really see you being my wife, but not my girlfriend.
When I go to Waterfront every Saturday, it's like a buffet.
I just got out of something serious a year ago.
And I want bacon, yams, green beans, eggs. I want everything.
You're just not hot enough.
And y'all keep on thinking because a man has opted out of dating and just stopped dating, that the man is bitter, that the man just hates women, when it's really just a cost-benefit analysis. That's it. Am I getting what I put out? And if I have to look at myself and say, I need to do better, well, maybe I don't need to be dating at that point in time. So that's one way. But if I look at myself and I'm saying, okay, I've got a couple of places that I can improve, right? But, I'm kind of still looking. But when I look out there and I see maybe 2 or 3 things that I have to take care of versus you thinking that you're better than me and you saying, well, you got 10 things to take care of and I have none. I have none to take care of. A man is going to look at that and be like, delusional. So she says, I have tons of things to take care of, but she has none. I'm self-aware. I know there's probably a handful of things that I could do better, but she's saying she ain't got nothing to improve on. She's not even standing there thinking about what she can improve on. It's time for me to go sit down somewhere.
I'm not sure who needs to hear this out there, but when it comes to approaching a woman, an overwhelming majority don't want to be approached. Now, this information comes from, I asked the question, what's a way to approach a woman where they would feel safe and comfortable? And over the last couple of days, probably 2,200 different comments have come through, and I'd say at least 90%, maybe more of them, were we don't want to be approached or don't approach. So if you're a man and you're thinking about approaching a woman, the best advice is don't. Thanks for all those comments. I really appreciate it.
A few days ago, a guy told me that I have completely unrealistic expectations around dating, and here's why this is a good thing. The reality is most people are deeply unhappy in their relationships. This is because a lot of us enter them thinking that somebody else is going to make us happier or heal us in some way. And then they kind of become more like wound mates rather than soulmates. And relationships bring a lot of pain, and we kind of have to learn the hard way. But I have spent my life getting out of hardship. When you're deeply aligned with your soul's purpose and your path, and you don't resonate with deep pain and suffering, then there's truly no need to ever settle, especially when you're making your own money. This is why I'm so passionate about helping women become abundant, because it automatically elevates our standards in dating. So yeah, I don't want to be a part of reality if a lot of reality is suffering in relationships. I want to be part of the smaller percent where people have an extraordinary relationship. It contributes in every facet of their life. We want to stay out of touch with reality as much as possible in this matrix. So keep your standards unapologetically picky, and let's normalize having extraordinary relationships. Okay, love you, bye.
And what you're seeing from a lot of these guys is they're more selective in the time that they give to people. Their family, friends, all of that's golden, because those are people usually that have invested in them, that have shown them love, that have been with them, that have, ride or die. That's my boy. Hey, I got a homegirl. You know what I mean? Those are the people that have shown them love, that have talked to them, that have counseled with them, that have supported them. Those are the type of people that have their back. They are there, loud, every time you need them. Hey man, I'm here to support you. Not only with my resources, money, finances, you got my voice too. You need me to speak up for you on your behalf. You need some of these brothers out there. They'll get out there and rumble with you, man. I ain't condoning nothing now. I ain't condoning. I'm just saying they get out there and rumble with you a little bit. Okay, so they'll do that. But for modern women, you don't get those same perks because you don't say. First of all, you don't reciprocate. Second of all, you don't show that same type of loyalty back. I'm not going to get anything back from you. So you're not going to get those perks from me at all.
Do you think that women can be sexist towards men?
Well, if you want to get technical, they are technically paid more. Right? Across the board.
No, the way that the gender pay gap started to exist was they took all the median earnings between all men and all the median earnings between women, and they basically matched them up and said, oh, well, look, there's obviously a difference. But the problem is, if you take the lowest paying jobs, early childhood education, caretaking, nannying, etc., those are like 98% women dominated. If you take the 5 most lucrative professions, pharmaceutical science, rocket scientists, then you find that those are heavily male dominated. So of course, when you factor in personal choices, which feminists never want to do, you get this, what they call the wage gap, and then they blame it on men, taking that away from women, and they blame it on men, the patriarchy, which no feminist can ever define. They blame it on men because it's more comfortable.
If women were to make so much less than men, then why aren't companies just only employing women so that they can save money?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone asked a question. They said, why don't men approach women? I don't approach women because I'm married. But I've heard a lot of my friends say they don't approach women because they don't want to be embarrassed. Other ones, a lot of men said they don't approach women because they don't want to go to jail. It depends, because now it's like if a woman doesn't find you attractive, then you saying hello is seen as harassment. So I can understand them, not wanting, because, you might think you look good today, but if she think that you ugly, because that's all it takes, you to be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, what the hell? Get away from me. I'm going to call the police. Now you locked up. Now you got a case because you found somebody cute. And you wanted to, try to set up a date and say, no, hell no. And then the public embarrassment part, hell no, get away from me. You ugly as hell. I heard you had herpes. All that type of stuff. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So a lot of time, and then you got the DMs and all that. They're like, man, I'd rather shoot a shot in the DM. And if she say no, or she don't respond, hell, I can just delete it. As opposed to, you know what I'm saying? But I think it really started with not wanting to go to jail. Yeah. You mess around and get your ass locked up because you think somebody cute. Yep.
How to lead a woman well in 60 seconds. If you ever lost your trust or you're trying to rebuild it with a woman, listen up. The first thing is you have to prioritize her safety above all else, her emotional and physical safety. So if you've been taught to be a pleaser, trying to make her happy all the time, shift your mindset to making her feel safe. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. The first thing is you got to bring a calm energy to the relationship. Even if she's freaking out, you are to be calm, cool, and collected. You're going to respond instead of react. Second thing is you are going to consistently do what you say you're going to do. You're going to be a man of your word. This provides predictability. It sounds boring. It's paramount. The third thing is you're going to stop fixing and you're going to start listening and seeking to understand. I don't know why this is important to them, but it is. Fourth, you're going to bring vision to the relationship. You're going to say, here's where we're going, and this is what I stand for. And then lastly, you're going to be proactive. This is another way of saying you're going to be thoughtful. Put yourself first, and the rest will follow.
All these women online constantly crying about age gap, saying things like, men only date younger women because they're easier to manipulate. Or they only date younger women because they can't get women their own age. Or that's like saying men only drive Lamborghinis because they can't afford a Honda Civic.
Where in the world are all the women crying about the age gap? Ain't no woman crying about that. If anything, they're calling it out because it's creepy. Yes, men only date younger women because they're easier to manipulate. Yes, men only date younger women because they can't get a woman their own age. Yes, men only date younger women because these men have nothing to offer, but the younger women don't realize it yet. Oh, and by the way, this guy thinks it's okay for a 40-plus-year-old man to date an 18-year-old girl. Just be honest and admit that you don't like women, okay? You like girls. Listen, I know I'm not the only one who thinks this is weird.
Finer I get, the richer I get,
that is
the smarter I get.
It's not an illusion.
I mean, I can show you pictures.
Okay.
I can show you stats.
Okay, no, I'm going to show you a stat right now. Men between 18 years old to 60 years old, when polled, undoubtedly preferred women between 18 to 24 years old. Period. That's
what do you
fact.
prefer? What do you prefer?
I prefer younger women.
You prefer how old? So how old are you?
Yeah.
Because I want to know, how old are you? And then when you're bringing home these 22, 23-year-olds, what are you really trying to get from them?
Yeah. I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. She barely know how to even make you come from head.
Are you a man?
No, I'm a woman.
So
I'm telling you.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what you think because you're not a man. Yeah. Men don't look for the same things that women do. And this is what I laugh at because women think they know what men want, but y'all really have zero clue. You want experience. You want money. You want competence. Guess what I want? I want the opposite. Yeah. I'm supposed to be a strong masculine man who's a leader who could pay for things and take care of a woman. I need a woman that's not gonna. No, I don't care about competency. Most men don't.
It's crazy.
Most men don't give a shit at all about a woman's competency. What they're more important with is she competent to follow my lead and be moldable to what I want. Yeah. Men want younger women. I'm 33 years old. I'll be damned if I date a 33-year-old woman. That's a shame.
I don't know about you, but
where are the good men? A lot of them have passed. A lot of the good men are married and happy in their lives. And a lot of the good men, they're buried under stacks of legal paper, 5 miles high. They're riddled with debt, bills coming in faster than they can make money. They're working tirelessly through the day, long hours and late nights studying court dockets and learning the law so that they can self-represent because they can't afford an attorney. Where are the good men? The ones that are left, the ones that are single? A lot of them are walking away because what they were taught the first round in family court is that they're not recognized, they're not seen, they're not heard, and they are being financially destroyed and walking away with little to nothing and without their children. And why would a man risk that again? I know if it were me and my situation, I wouldn't. So when we wonder where the good men are, a lot of them have been destroyed by the family court.
Tell me a man who you think is a 9.
Jackson Dart. And Jackson Dart, if you're watching, hit me up.
That's your league.
Yes, absolutely.
That's your looks equivalent.
Yes.
Really quick, Nick, pull up her TikTok.
No.
No audio because it's music.
I know it was ugly.
Oh, you're cute.
No, I was sad, guys.
Can you
Your
click?
lashes look amazing though.
Oh, thank
and your
you.
brows, thank you.
Thank you.
Click.
I think if we were put in the same room together,
you could do it.
I could pull. You could.
I don't think having sex with a guy is pulling a guy. I think getting a guy into a relationship is pulling a guy.
That's facts.
I think if a guy can have with a woman, I think he can get her into a relationship. If you can sleep with a man, how confident are you that you can get him into a relationship?
Why is it so many hoes now? Like literal hoes. Like so many girls got OnlyFans or just selling pussy across Instagram. Like when did we become so comfortable with these? When did we become so comfortable with modernizing prostitution that we start allowing them to call themselves content creators? When did this all become okay? Like, and then these hoes don't even think that they hoes. They don't even think that they prostitutes. To the point that they looking down on real prostitutes like they're any different, you feel me? When the actual prostitutes might quite literally be better. Because at least they are honest and they are aware about what they're doing. Like, it's so bad now. You look at a hoe now like, is that why you sell pussy? She'll look at you like, shit, you don't. Like,
society has tricked us women so bad into thinking that posting your body online is confidence. And that you sleeping around with whoever you feel like it is you owning your sexuality. But really all you doing is adding more demons, more spirits to your body. A lot of y'all think that this whole culture makes you powerful. It don't make you powerful, it makes you disposable. You think these men gonna respect you acting like that? No. They laughing at you, they talking about you. Protect your spirit, protect your body, and stop letting the world sell you counterfeit empowerment.
If the woman is the prize, what would that make the man?
The wallet. Yeah. I can wear pants. I can wear a top that shows most of my body. And I continue to do so because of all the women who fought for that. Women got the right to vote 102 years ago. That's it. There are women older than that on this planet who were not able to legally vote for the leadership in this country. We do this for them. We wear this for them. We do what we want. We have whoever we want for them because we are still continuing to fight every single day. I am constantly hit on at my place of employment, my professional place of employment. I am treated like a child or like an object every single day of my life. And I'm going to keep on fighting to make that not happen or to make that so that I can feel safe being able to look as I do.
Dating with walls up, and they're waiting for the man to prove that he's worth it for her to move forward. And in that process, you aren't reciprocating his effort. You aren't showing up the way you're not showing up the way that he needs to. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that you're hiding behind your fears because you feel like, well, the last time I opened up, the dude played me or it didn't work out in my favor. Yeah. But it wasn't you opening up, it was you dealing with the wrong man. And you got to be able to recognize, if anything, being more vulnerable and open will expose him faster. You don't drive out darkness with more darkness. You need light for that. You see what I'm saying? So
you better cook. Okay.
So cook it. So you got to make sure if you want dating intentional means being truly ready for love and something serious. So I think everyone needs to make sure they're healed first so that they can truly open up and show up the way that they need to, because no one should be chasing after anyone. It should be two people making a mutual effort to build an amazing relationship.
Can we please talk about the fact that bathing suit companies have forgotten, like, the concept of modesty? And don't get me wrong, I own so many bathing suits, you don't even get it. Like, all of them are... It's just the fact that, like, if I want to go to the beach, like, with my family, for example, why is there a G-string up my... Both of my on display next to my father. Like, I don't understand. Like, it can't be that hard to make cute, like, semi-modest bathing suits. Because all the ones that I find that are, like, you know, like, coverage-full, like, they give coverage, they're ugly. Like, why? Can a bathing suit company just make, like, cute, semi-modest bathing suits? Like, that would be so appreciated.
This is step one in realizing body empowerment was a brainwashing tool. If you're not comfortable wearing something in front of your family, then this is clearly about objectification and not empowerment, or better, tan lines, as some of you would like to call it.
They do it because you're not going to buy it. They make them for grandmothers. They used to make them for moms because they thought that moms would wear them in front of their kids. But nowadays, some of these women don't even have any shame about what they look like in front of their children. It doesn't sell.
I made a video about how I only would want to date a simp, and people in the comments were like,
oh, well, you know, if he loves bomb you, and even if you do leave once the love bombing ends, he still got what he wanted out of it. That's the thing. So did I. At no part during that relationship did I ever overextend myself, or did I ever do anything I didn't want to do. I definitely got my fair share of whatever. I got more than what he got, and I made sure of it. So if the love bombing does end, and this guy is full of shit and has been faking his entire personality the whole time, I've never walked away from a relationship and thought to myself, like, I didn't get anything out of it. I've always gotten something out of any relationship that I've ever been in. And not even something, like a sizable amount. I had a good time. My was getting kissed. And I was being taken care of. Okay? Or I would not be in that man's life. So even if he does end up playing me, or even if he does end up being a totally different person or a piece of shit, I don't feel... Of course I feel bad, but I could feel a lot worse if I was going 50-50 with this man and letting him have all my time and letting him distract me from things that are important to me, or letting him get in the way between me and my friends or whatever. No. This man earned his keep. It's like saying that, oh, you worked your ass off for a company that only gave you $4 an hour, but at least you got your $200 paycheck. Like, okay, babe, if that's how you want to feel about it, but you were working over here. Much obliged.
Man who's a 10 out of 10, treats you well, has a great personality, but only makes $100K a year, or an unattractive billionaire. A man who's a 10 out of 10, treats you well, and has a great personality, but he only makes $100K a year, or a unattractive billionaire. Unattractive billionaire.
Yo, they are so stupid. So they'll give up a good guy who's treating them well for an ugly billionaire who's probably not going to treat them well, who's probably going to cheat on them, who's going to have multiple females, who's going to talk to them however they want, disrespect them. They don't care.
Tell a black Muslim woman that you can never be a co-wife, you can never let your husband have more than one wife be wild to me, because when we be looking inside the house and inside the windows, a lot of y'all never been a wife before. A lot of y'all don't even know what it takes to be a wife. A lot of y'all will probably never be a wife. A lot of y'all probably been a wife, but not a good wife. A lot of y'all want to be a wife, but don't know what it really takes to be a wife. A lot of y'all want the titles, but don't want to put the work in. A lot of y'all already been a side chick or is a side chick. A lot of y'all already in situationships. No, we're just going with the flow. What's understood don't gotta be explained. A lot of y'all got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby fathers. You know what I'm saying? And you talking to another woman telling her you couldn't see yourself being a second wife or a third wife or a fourth wife, or you couldn't see yourself letting your husband have more than one wives, but you let him sleep with other women.
She said it, I didn't. I just always wondered, why is always the gorgeous and the pretty one talking like this? That's all. That's just my question. They always look a certain way.
So the most unhinged thing a guy will do when he is secretly done with you isn't what you think. And as your big brother, I'm going to tell you something that is very important for you to hear, so pay attention. The most unhinged thing a guy will do when he's secretly done with you isn't walk away or be honest like he should. Instead, he will create this confusing dynamic. It's a loop, and you get stuck inside of it. Now, the reason why he does this is because he is allergic to feeling guilty. He is allergic to being honest with himself. And if he's going to lie to himself, he's going to lie to you. As he starts to pull away, as he starts to get cold and make it all confusing, he sees you then stepping it up, being supportive, putting more effort in. And then he feels guilty, so he comes back around and tries to not make it up to you, but get rid of the guilt and shame that he feels inside for treating you so poorly. And as he warms back up to you, he then gets confused because this isn't what he wants. Or maybe he knows that he wants something else. And so then he starts to pull back away and then feels guilty and then continues this cycle over and over again until you've just had enough and you finally walk away, which then he acts like you were the bad guy. The thing is, your nervous system can tell that something's off, and you need to listen to that, because even when he warms back up, deep down, you still don't feel safe and secure. And that is everything you need to know right there.
Guys have legitimate complaints about women. Legitimate. They're tired of being used. They're tired of feeling like, oh, the woman is always right. They never get an apology. They get treated with disrespect. They're tired of not being appreciated. They're tired of having you come and say you want all these things from them. But when they ask what you bring to the table or have the audacity to suggest that something they really value isn't on the table and that perhaps you yourself are not enough to be the table, then somehow you have an attitude problem about it, right? They're tired of all of those things and more.
I know what I want. I know what I need. And it just wasn't that. For instance, he was in the infancy of his career.
Jesus, give the guy a break.
That doesn't work for me. Like, I'm not. And I want to be okay with saying you need to be doing something spectacular, because I am. It sounds so arrogant, I know. To be
No. I was saying, those are bars right there. You need to be doing something spectacular, because I am.
I love this show. You really get to see how grounded and down to earth the celebrities are.
You know what? I love all of that. That line is going to stay with me. But what if the thing he's doing is spectacular to him?
I get that. I think, okay, so I think for clarity, it needs to be spectacular to me.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand that it seems like in the dating market or, the way it's going, because you're asking, where are the good men at? How come I can't find a good man? Well, it seems like for a lot of these good men, they're stable. They're the stable men. These men are involved in their community. But you want excitement. You want somebody that is going to shock your system. You want somebody that's going to make you feel alive and send you to the moon for a night. Problem is, with that good man, he's going to take you to the moon. It might take a little bit longer to get there. You might not go straight up and come back down. See, what y'all like to do is get on these rides. Hey, make it quick for me. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. And y'all keep on chasing that high. Oh, yeah, this is too fast. Modern women are modern day drug dealers. Drug dealers of dating. Well, you have a lot of drug dealers who have talked about, man, I'm getting that fast money. I'm trying to work a stable job, but, it's just not, the money ain't fast enough. And they go back out there and they start selling it again. Modern women are that same way. Oh, I can't do nothing with a good man, a stable man. I got to go out there and get that fast attention. I got to go out there and get that fast validation. I need somebody to give me right now. Chad and Tyrone give you exactly what you're looking for, but then you still sitting by yourself at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So what did you really gain?